Good evening. The objective of this video script is to explain the fundamental aspects of the artifact presenting and successfully link them with the theory. Two students worked together and sought about bringing their original ideas and later fixated on one. After the agreement was sought, we decided to construct the idea. Effective communications were maintained through media and face-to-face meetings were held, although with the best intentions, some of the meetings were postponed. Throughout this video, the complexities of identity will be revealed. The students contributed to the material collection and design of the artifact, which is a flag. The flag design was developed through exposure to theories explored on education studies modules to aid the student in their production, and the flag colour psychology was embraced to represent areas of the artifact with precise meaning. The flag. According to Marshall 2017, flags are a fairly new concept in human history and were originally produced from cloth, a material not compatible to elements. The invention of silk by the Chinese increased the flag production. Silk can easily unfurl and is light in weight. This allowed for military forces to display and transport their flags onto the battlefield. The Arabs embraced the silk alternative and were later followed by the Europeans during the Crusades. Birkenstock 2009 suggested it is the self which is created in the minds of individuals. This is a person's being. Arthur 2018 suggests that the flags are identified as national markers and national identities. The flag indicates national pride and the complexities and simplicities of the human mind associated with the theory of nationalism. The pole. The pole represents society. The pole, which is the foundation of the artifact, is to represent the undeniable fact that we are all human, living within a complex society and are governed by political ideologies and how we live and conduct ourselves, despite of our class, race, or socio-economic and political status. Bronski and Hassan 2015 suggests that the pedagogies of society's influential leaders are to free citizens through democracy. These are the foundations for critical, analytical, and radical change. However, this is known that the leaders of rhetoric speech do so for their own gain. This is linked to the hypodermic needle theory through political debates. According to Shanahan, Morgan, and Shanahan, 1999, direct messages are being injected to the masses through advertising, media, and subjective propaganda. The audience being passive do not question or challenge them. However, not everybody is affected, but eventually everyone confirms through the theory of cultivation, where the audience are repeatedly told or shown messages and images to convince them of the ideological promise or product. The use of water as a metaphor is the media providers continue to pour their messages onto the masses, who then grow from this. Areas on the flag. The blue-collar workers are represented in the habitus theory as they represent immediate gratification. According to Swartz 2012, citing Bordeaux, suggests that socialised individuals do not cause friction within society, as this is one of its beings. The theory is rejected and argued that through education process and being educated, nobody should stay limited, obedient and docile in order for others to reign over them. However, it can be argued that due to the habitus of the working class, they are being exploited and encouraged to follow rules and are trained through various media and institutions not to question authority. The grey arrow is to represent the difficulty in achieving social mobility to the class above. This is known as social stratification. According to Gu 2016, it is the uneven distribution of society's properties amongst its citizens. Bronski and Hassan 2015, in order to truly eradicate oppression, the oppressed must free themselves and the oppressors. However, without the knowledge of freedom and control, the oppressed can lead to conform and not to truly achieve the required level of freedom. This is also apparent in the banking education theory. Clow and Horn 2007, citing Ferrer. The educator will deliver their facts onto the student in order for them to succeed in a test or to attain a role. White-collar workers are tied to the socialization theory as it openly rejects mobility. Bowles and Gintis, 1976, suggests that in order for elite to survive, there is a need for a manual and obedient workforce who are too divided within themselves to truly achieve solidarity to rightfully challenge the hierarchy. The dehumanization of the working class or the workforce is crucial to the success of the ruling class. The orange strip is to represent a connection between language. The case of Robert Keane, according to AIDS 1994, was an Aboriginal woman who through her life had difficulties with the law, and after the violent relationship was detained for murder. Whilst detained, Keena was interviewed by non-Aboriginal interviewees. He had no understanding of her social and linguistic communication. It is through Kina that not every case is tried on the Western side of questioning and answering, and that her silence was not to be perceived as a sign of being guilty. Orange is made up of two primary colours. As with humans and language, it takes a minimum of two to be produced and understood. According to Natelli, the theory of semantic externalism, which is the study of word meanings to individual and their interpretations. The black star is to represent the universe. The theory of descent, according to Khan 2007. All living things that share the same biological properties such as cell division, the rule of free production and movement. Universally, we share a common descent at the molecular and activity-based level. Humans, animals, insects and plant life all present within the universe thus share a common descent. The green star is to represent nature and nurture and the way people interact with each other and their environment. This ties in with the theory of socialization in the sense that it's a good chance that a child will follow the habitats of an older or elder family member, and the child's environment will also have an impact on this. According to Jones 2012, I was the only boy to complete school and obtain higher education due to the fact that my parents worked in professional roles and being raised in a milieu of educated people. This was expected of me, my habitus. Conclusion. The flag is a sign of national and international pride, and each component on it represents a specific meaning to the writer. I've tried to replicate this in the artifact produced. The task brought up difficult thought process, and the writer had to reject an ideology for the blue-collar workers in the fact that just because you've been brought up in a habitat or create a habitat doesn't mean you have to be defined by it. The metaphors used throughout the whole section have given the writer thought. The hypodermic needle theory suggests that the masses are patients and are unable to prescribe and administer the right information for ourselves to govern ourselves. It also insinuates that they have the formula. The theory of cultivation indicates that through repeated messages and images must be pulled onto the media users, thus helping them to grow into the media provider's way of thinking. This is a grooming on a global scale. We buy products we do not need, we eat unhealthy foods, and through this theory, fast foods, and we allow celebrities, and we follow celebrities as if they are shepherds and we are the sheep. The colour representation of each component took thought. According to Macau 2016, colour penetrates to our core and grips us on a subconscious level. The acquisition of colour are therefore paramount to artifact decor. However, some colours of an artifact do not reflect reality. White is usually represented as purity, clarity and safety. Through their habitats and unquestionable need to demonise the lesser class, this is key to their success. Blue indicates trust, confidence and stability, but other blue-collar workers living in an equal society. They are not confident or trustful of politicians of the elite class. I believe, if anything, grey is the colour that represents itself and the artifact perfectly. Grey is the area that's in between the messy and confused environment. The grey arrow of stratification is where the working class want to move up to, but a solid response screen. According to Jones 2012, meritocracy is achieved by gaining rewards for your hard labour and equality of possibilities. In reality, this is not the case, and the necessary resources or excess funds to compete with the elite class are restricted by allowing a few through while demonising others to maintain a smokescreen. Black, the universal colour, is represented as evil, death and the unknown, whilst in the case of the black star, it ties in with the theory of descent and all life and all biological beings of that original state within the universe. Green is a colour of envy, luck and peace. Green is expressed to do with nature and nurture and how we flourish in society, habitats and appropriate environment which will give people the tools and experience to lead the lives they want. Sometimes this is achieved after childhood. Orange is represented as determination and success. During the Robert Kina trial, the determination of the Western journalism to expose the differences between the two cultures through the misinterpretation of language. I thoroughly enjoyed the theory of descent, as it all proves that all living biological things stem from the same cellular structure. The success is to highlight the breakthrough of Aboriginal and Australian cultural differences. The theory tells us that we are all the same, we are all the same at the point of creation throughout our lives, and we are all encompassed within this. This essay was complex as it was challenging. The essay revealed a great association between the human's universe and colour association through the flag and theories. Communication with my group partner could have been more productive, and in the future I plan to take more of a leadership role. I've also recognised the importance of time management, which is crucial for a successful essay and will be addressed appropriately. And this is my reference list. Thank you.